Komets shoots. Dick makes the save. The rebound taken by Kane, the defenseman, out to the blue line. Not out of the zone yet. Now it's out to center ice, and McDonald fires it back in and hits Kane, the defenseman, and deflects over to Randy Skarda. Skarda up to Dobson. Center ice, here comes Milwaukee. Into the zone, Snedden leaves it off for Galchenyuk, and the rebound comes over. Look out, right in the crease it goes, and Ratushny and Galchenyuk right there in the corner. Gets around Hankinson. Hank checks his man, Snedden. Backhands it around the near side, and Loxo drops it back out to center ice, where Bell has it for Milwaukee.
Should have been a penalty there.
Into the zone, Bell drops it off. Nice pass. Backhand, good backhand shot by Milwaukee. Mike McNeil, that was a darn good backhand. Making the good save was Gagnon.
Never get
a
the penalty.
Call on Fort Wayne as soon as Fort Wayne gains control, and Ian Boyce does. Komets will get the penalty call. So Milwaukee will go on the power play. And we've got a hold called on the Fort Wayne Komets, and that came at 3:49 of period number 2. And going to the penalty box, Joel Savage, 2 minutes for holding. Well, I can see why Dick was upset with that goal, Randy. That was kind of...
Obviously, but there's no need to shoot out of the rink. I mean, somebody could have been hurt.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to see that gentleman that got hit a couple weeks ago is back. He never missed a game, really. Missed part of the one game he got hurt in, but came back. And
I can't believe we're going to have a correction on that third Komet goal. Oh, good. Kevin McDonald gets the goal.
So they're surprised look on his face.
And Shin gets the assist. So that's McDonald with Chin the assist. 16:11 left, period 2, 3-0 to score in favor of the Komets, and they're shorthanded for 2 minutes, we hope. Face-off taken by the Komets, and it's along the near boards, will be kept in by Bell. Feeds it through, and Boyce is there. Here comes Boyce and Chin. They break out of the zone. Boyce goes to the net. Chin looks, shoots, score!
Great job by Ian Boyce, being the decoy player that is, and Chin came right across the slot. Both defensemen dropped in, and Chin let her go. Hit the upper back portion of the net for a 4-0 lead.
And that goal, Randy, is a short-handed goal by Colin Chin. Him and Ian just broke right out of the zone. They had one man back. Boyce went to the net. Chin just cut right back into the slot and let her fly, and it's 4-0 Komets.
Milwaukee at 32-12 is not that much better than the Komets as far as the record book goes, but they are ahead of the Komets in the league standings. But Komets definitely showing what they can do and doing it right. Man short, Chin and Boyce, two real speedsters, and two players who are real good with the puck. Colin Chin with 3 points.
Short-handed goal by Colin Chin.
And there goes
Excuse
Dick
me.
out of the
And Larry Dick has been pulled for
Stelinkov.
Mikhail Stelinkov. And Mikhail Stelinkov is actually their #1 goaltender. He has a goals against average of 2.84, which is second best in the league, folks, right behind Rick Knickel. Here comes Tuttle into the zone. They're on the power play for 1:35 yet, right out front. Boyce steals the puck, and here we go again. Here goes Boyce and Hankinson, 2 more speed demons. In goes Boyce. He shoots, and Stelinkov makes the save.
Way to do it. Get the goaltender when we first come in there, start peppering a little bit. Preferably shoot him in his head somewhere.
And Mikhail Stelinkov is a big goaltender. About 6'2", 6'3", I think. What is it? 6'2", 180. Not all that heavy, but covers a lot of net. And the Komets shorthanded, putting the pressure on Milwaukee. 20-10 shots on goal so far in favor of the Komets.
Well, that's pretty wild. Dick's back in the net.
Well, this
needs some repairs.
Shades of Greg Pilling with Robbie Irons and Murray Bannerman.
Only they did it on the fly.
Yeah. Talk about wild, folks. Change goaltenders on the fly. That'll mess the other team up. Well, evidently Larry Dick must have had some equipment problems. But after he was really upset over that third goal, I thought maybe that they might have just been changing him to get the momentum changed.
So that's what I thought was the move.
So Larry Dick is back in goal. Here comes Milwaukee to the Fort Wayne line. Trezel with it. Trezel bleeds it off right through the slot.
Nice move by
Shin. Got
McDonald.
Laxo chasing it down in the Milwaukee zone, and Dick will shoot it around the boards. Trezel off his skate. Ladislav Trezel. He puts an unexpected pass back to two of his men, and they come up with it. Try to pass it into the Fort Wayne zone, and it's right back out at center ice. Trezel has it into the Fort Wayne zone. Back out to Baca. He's going to lose control. It goes back out to neutral ice. Forechecking is Laxo. Trezel has it bounce off his stick, and it goes left wing side of the Admirals. Here they come into the zone. And Kerry Lusick has it for the Komets. He's being hooked by Trezel up to Laxo. Onside pass. Here goes Bob Laxo. Shoots and rebound. Whoa!
Whoa!
Again, right into the post. Good action by the Komets. Almost had another shorthanded
Tell you
goal.
what, that's right. Got Colin Chin right there for the rebound. We always talk about it, kids. Don't stop till the whistle blows, and Colin Chin was trying to get the rebound, just couldn't get a hold of her.
And Chin went right straight into the post.
Tried to split the post with, unfortunately, the wrong part of his body. Something I'd not recommend anybody to do.
4-0 the score in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets, and we have 14:34 left in period 2. The Komets shorthanded with Joel Savage in the penalty box. 23 seconds left on Savage's penalty. Face-off goes to the Komets. They bring it back out to center ice, back down to their own zone to kill some of that power play time off. Baca over to Kane. Kane shoots it down into the Fort Wayne zone, goes all the way around to the far side. It's going to come out to neutral ice, and Baca has it.
I tell you, what a heck of a way to get rid of a penalty.
Tuttle, Steve Tuttle missed his man. Willett intercepts it. It's tipped back out by the defenseman Scarda. Put back down into the Milwaukee zone behind the net. Komets forechecking, and here comes Crawford. Crawford up the right wing side, carries it into the zone, drops it to Tuttle. And Crawford comes up to the side of the net.
Nice going.
Picked right off the stick by Kelly Hurd. Here comes Kelly down the center ice, into the zone to Willett. Willett feeds it through, it's right in front of the Mongeau, and Smith and Mongeau into the corner. Kick loose, and Crawford for Milwaukee. Here comes Crawford. Milwaukee about ready for a line change, I think, and they do make a change. Back down into the Fort Wayne zone is Jean-Marc Richard. Forced out of there by Tuttle. Here it comes up the ice to Pete Hankinson. Dave Smith. Smith fakes a shot, tries to get by, and it's going to be held on to by Larry Dick with 13-12 left. 4-0 to score Komets.
Good to see Dave Smith back, Tim, and he was really an impact player during the exhibition season, the first part of the season, and he just sort of, I don't know what happened. He just got somewhat complacent. I don't know what happened. Just didn't feel it just.
Where do we send him? Dayton?
Yes.
East Coast League?
Yes.
Okay.
And now we're glad to see him back, and looks like he's really happy to be here, putting a good effort out there.
And the penalty time to Joel Savage has expired. Both sides are equal strength.
Oh, Fletcher's got the puck.
Look right, nobody there. Trezel has it. Ladislav Trezel. Cross Fletch.
Little acting there. He knew he had Fletcher there. Right out here.
He just figured since it was Fletcher, the ref might see it and call a penalty, huh? Up to Fletch. Here goes Fletch into the zone. He shoots a high one for a wrist shot. That was a bullet, Randy. Here we go to Snedden. Into the zone he goes. Milwaukee, look out here. A high one over the Fort Wayne net. I don't think Gagnon saw it right away. Trezel in behind the net, tries a wraparound, and right there's Kerry Lusick for it. He backhands it over to Scott Gruel. Whoa, and Gruel wipes his man out. Dobson fires it right back in behind the net. Gagnon. Lusick takes a hit from Snedden. Over to the near boards, and it's going to go in behind the goal line, and McDonald in there throwing a hit. Hankinson on around Lusick. Lusick, whoa, and Gruel
Well,
takes
that's a cross check.
That was a cross
Thank
check.
you.
And it's called, folks. That hurt. That had to hurt. And down goes the play, and we'll have a whistle here and the penalty call.
And you know what's nice about that, Tim, being a delayed penalty, even Kerry Lusick not being considered a rushing type defenseman, got the puck down into the Milwaukee zone, so we're going to have the face-off in the Milwaukee zone just to the left of Larry Dick. So that's a good time to take that delayed penalty and make some use of it. Have a power play and have it in that zone right off the bat.
Jurgis Bacha gets the, what's that say? Coach, my tummy hurts, huh?
Those are cute.
Okay, Baca in the sin bin for 2 minutes, cross-checking Scott Gruel. Let's snap those Scott's head back a little bit, too, and
Sure
here he didn't see him coming.
Wasn't expecting it.
And
Those holes in the back of the helmet just aren't that big. You can see people coming. Bobby Laxo at the point, Tim. You don't see that very often.
That's he did that earlier tonight, too.
Yep.
Al shaking the system up a little bit here, huh?
Well, you got two guys that can control the puck in Jean-Marc Richard and Bobby Laxo. And Laxo's got a good shot from back there.
Komets on the power play for 1:42 yet. They're in their own zone. Jean-Marc behind his own net. The wingers make their turn. And here they come, up to Bob Laxo. Laxo, he'll fire it into the zone, goes all the way around to the near side. Willett, they're waiting for it. And it's going to be played by Laxo over to Jean-Marc, and the shot just a little bit wide of the net. Up along the boards. Whoa! Savage put a heck of a hit on his man there.
Yes, a savage blow.
And Bell has it for Milwaukee. They are short-handed here, Milwaukee is. Bob Laxo has the puck. 1:06 left in the power play. Willett into the zone. Here goes Paul. He spins out, leaves it back for Bob Laxo at the point. He tees it up, shoots, and it's made. Save is made by Dick. Comes right back out to Laxo. He shoots another one. It goes wide over on the other side. Bob J will have it. He puts it off the boards over to Dave Smith. Back out to Bobby J. Over to Bob Laxo. Then going down on the play nicely was Crawford to block that shot from Milwaukee. Back to Laxo, over to Willett in the corner, and back to Laxo. He shoots a one-timer, and it goes all the way over to the right side. Bob J with it, around behind the net to Willett. He goes over here, and he's going to clear out to the zone. 26 seconds left in the Fort Wayne power play. 4-0 to score in favor of the Komets, if you just joined us. Up the ice to Ian Boyce. Boyce, he fires it right in the Milwaukee zone, and Dick will stop it behind the net. Off the boards it goes, up the ice. Down to the Fort Wayne zone with 6 seconds left in the power play, and that will kill the power play off. Gagnon throws it around the boards to Scott Gruel. Both sides are equal strength, and it's going back down into the Milwaukee zone. It will be in. No icing, right out to center ice. Here comes Milwaukee. Bacha into the zone, backhands it off the side of the Fort Wayne net. Kevin McDonald.
Nice elbow. Whew. That was
Ian Boyce
offside.
has it. Boyce gains control, fires it in on goal. Kidd for Milwaukee.
Ian Kidd, former Vancouver Canuck for a number of years, probably about 5, I'd say.
Grant Richardson for the Komets. Over to Kevin McDonald. Back to
great pass by Kevin.
Goes Hurd and Hankinson.
Oh, shot! What a shot!
A score!
Yes, I'll tell you, I think it's time to pull Larry Dick.
I think maybe he should have stayed up.
Yeah, it's if anything else, to change the chemistry of what's going on, and it's still time for Milwaukee to come back, Tim.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of time for Milwaukee to come back. But
Got
I'll tell you,
almost
the way
half the game right now. We're just
Komets playing the way they are, though, I don't see Milwaukee being. If Komets keep on playing the way they are, there's no way Milwaukee's going to come back.
No, but that's all you can do is change the chemistry unless you start dressing guys that are in the stands.
Yeah.
But
and that's the 5th Komet goal of this game, folks, and we will give you the official announcement here. Kelly Hurd. Hurd gets his 18th, and the assist will go to Kevin McDonald. So Kevin's got a goal in the 6th tonight. Fletcher, oh boy, here we go, center ice. Fletcher. The guy doesn't look too eager to get flat. And Fletcher is going at it. Fletcher, I don't know who he's in there with.
Hey, Zemlak.
Fletcher takes Zemlak down.
Zemlak, a former Muskegon Lumberjack and Pittsburgh Penguin a number of times. Been called up. Zemlak with an astounding 250 minutes in penalties so far this year. And you're looking at Fletcher at only 205.
I'll tell you what, Zemlak, no small boy, 6'2", 195. So Fletcher and Zemlak are evenly matched as far as size goes. I broke a fingernail, the sign says, behind the penalty box. Someone call a dentist.
Those are great.
Okay, folks, we got ourselves some humorous people down there behind the
guy must
box.
be a cartoonist, that's all I can say.
Fletcher and Zemlak pick up 5 fighting apiece.
I'll tell you, that's what I like to see him. Just two guys square off, nobody gets hurt. Zemlak might got the wind knocked out when he hit his back on the ice. But
Zemlak didn't look like he was really too eager to get in the middle of that.
no, and I'd like to see. It was good to see Fletcher take the initiative. I hope he didn't hurt his hand.
So Kelly Hurd's goal makes it 5-0 Komets, assisting Kevin McDonald.
The referee wanting someone in the penalty box, I believe, now that Fletcher's maybe not.
8:59 left, period 2, 5-0 Komets, 25-10 shots on goal in favor of the Komets.
Whoa.
And Milwaukee throwing it back into the zone. Dobson after it. It'll come loose to Willett. Kane for Milwaukee intercepts at center ice, but Willett gets it back. Here comes Paul. He's hooked down. No call.
No call.
That
Amazing.
should have been a hooking. The guy absolutely just reached out there and impeded his progress. If I'm a ref, I call that if I see it. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
Thought you had enough smarts not to be a referee.
Well, I do. I tried a couple of games, and I decided it was either quit or start carrying a gun, one of the two.
Whoa.
Gagnon makes a save. It trickles out of his glove, goes into the corner, off the glass, back down to the Milwaukee zone it goes. And getting it there is Sean Evans for the Admirals. To Dobson at center ice. Right in on the defense. Scott Gruel makes the play. And that'll be offsides at the Fort Wayne line, just barely. Any more shoot-offs tonight, Randy?
That's it for me. They've got a figure skating exhibition going on after the second period.
Oh, I know who will be in that.
Who?
Jennifer.
I don't know. I think it's a small kids thing going on.
She's quite the skater from what I understand, though, too.
Oh, you understand well.
Must be nice to have it all. Looks, ability.
Money.
I wouldn't know about that. Got some lotto tickets to check yet. Maybe I will have. Who
They
knows?
save you the time.
Yeah. Nobody won it, huh?
Nope.
Uh-oh, now we got Gruel and Crawford. Gruel and Crawford.
Evans, I believe it. Oh, it's Crawford.
And Gruel and Crawford kind of hanging on to each other here. And Gruel reaches down, takes Crawford down for the count. Well, that's one way to get a fight to stop right away, is take the other guy down to the ice, because they break it up immediately. So we'll get 5 aside for Gruel and Crawford. Unless there's an instigation, but if there is, I didn't see it, but then again, I wasn't.
I think they both hit each other, and Gurley might have given him a little bit of a cross check, and Crawford might have slashed back. I didn't really see. I was watching the other end there.
Well, let's see what they come up with now with the signs down there, Randy.
It looks like they might have lost one back there.
Crawford and Gruel draw a 5-fight apiece. So we still skate 5 aside out here on the ice once we get back to the action. 7:38 left in period 2, and the Komets way out in front 5. Zip over the Admirals. As Mark zooms in on the scoreboard. Looked like a good interview with Anthony Marcio in between periods there.
You been a hockey fan for a while?
Just a young tyke, plays youth hockey. Here goes Milwaukee.
Outside.
Offsides. Comes back outside the line.
Quite a bit of NHL experience out there on the Milwaukee team. Ian Kidd, Bruce Bell. Bruce Bell played for, St. Louis, New York, Vancouver, I want to say, but I'm not sure. Of course, Mike McNeil out there with Quebec and Chicago Blackhawks.
And then, of course, Alexander Galchenyuk from Moscow Dynamo, 6'1", 200 pounds, born on July 28th, 1967.
Amazing, all the information you have just at the fingertip.
Sent to me personally by Boris Yeltsin. In behind the net, Ratuzny on around the boards to Ian Boyce. He backhands it out to neutral ice, and there's Kelly Hurd. There goes Kelly putting the burners on. He'll backhand, and Dick makes the save. Nice backhand.
He scored like that before.
I saw that in the Cincinnati game. A real good backhand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unbelievable backhand. That's something you don't see anymore. And
with a curved stick.
Haven't really seen it since the day that Bobby Hull invented, or somewhat reinvented, I guess, the hook stick. And players don't use the backhand. It's much more difficult.
But it takes a goalie by surprise. It really does.
Yep.
7:04 left, period 2, 5-0 the score. Komets in the lead. And the face-off in the Milwaukee zone. Comes back out to center ice, and here we go. Snedden into the zone, winds up. Oh, nice save by Gagnon. The rebound comes right back out to Evans. He's in behind the Fort Wayne net. McDonald takes him off the puck. And right there
got a penalty.
Willett, and I think the Komets are going to have a call on Paul Willett.
I think it's Savage, isn't it?
Well, it might be.
Savage for cross-checking.
I guess Willett
Michel
was on the other
Margeau.
side. Yeah, it looks like
Margeau, a free agent. I thought maybe Komets might have had a chance to pick him up this year, but nope.
Well, I know he was interested in coming here, but then again, a lot of people are interested in coming here. Komets. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, okay. I was talking to Mike Franke down there just a moment. That's the first time I had a chance to see him since the All-Star game, and asked him how that went. And boy, if you had a chance to see any of that, I saw a little bit of it at the Wrigley Field. There was up arena, that Phoenix arena was just about vacant, and a lot of meetings, he said. And so I maybe a good chance to get him on the Comic Corner or something, the video version. And,
yeah, let's
find out.
As a matter of fact, I think our next show, the Komets are on the road that night, and it will be a week from tonight, folks. So if that's possible, we'll try to get Mike on and have him fill us in on what went on at the All-Star game and what they might have planned for this one here in Fort Wayne next year. Look out, a score by good shot by Mongeau.
Yep. Player we're just talking about. Also Steve Tuttle out there on the ice. Both players have been had played with Peoria, and
Michel Mongeau gets the goal, and let's see here, Michel Mongeau, that's his 24th goal of the year, folks, and his 63rd point, so no slouch. Michel Mongeau.
I think the fans were clapping on Gagnon, just giving him some more support. He's been doing a pretty good job. He's had 13 shots on him, but
lost the shutout, Randy.
That was a tough. Now the pressure's off.
We can talk about it. So Milwaukee on the board, 5-1 Komets. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left in the second period. Michel Mongeau on a real nice shot. Makes it 5-1 Komets. Down the ice into the Fort Wayne zone, Ratuzny. He'll play it off the boards. It'll be picked up by Kelly Hurd. He dumps it out to Hankinson at center over to Boyce. Boyce, in he goes. Richardson breaks, and Ratusny, he shoots. And right there on the doorstep was Grant Richardson, and Dick will hang on. And that was a power play goal.
You know, Grant Richardson, we're not sure what the injury situation is on him. I think he told me the other day he plays the game and rests the game, plays the game and rests the game. The injury he has in the intestinal area could be career-threatening, as I was told the other day in the office.
Mongeau gets the goal, and on the assist is Mike McNeil and Steve Tuttle.
Leather lungs above the Fury sign, voicing his opinion.
5-1 Komets, 5:48 left in the second period. In front of another packed house here at the Jungle. And Friday night, folks, Cleveland is here. A shot by the Komets. Dick makes a save. Not only is Cleveland here, but we got our big crew out here Friday night, the 3 camera shoot.
I'm looking forward for that.
There goes Milwaukee. Got a blue liner out there with him, Dodson. They'll take a shot, and it goes wide of the Fort Wayne net. And let's see who's going to get it. We're going to have a penalty call here. And it's on Fort Wayne, so the net is empty, and now they'll blow the whistle. And Smith, who's going to get into it now? We've got a whole bunch of people down there in the corner. So,
Milwaukee player came flying in there the third time, for the third man in, I believe.
A lot of guys are skating in there. You probably won't have any third man in call here at all. The referee will have to sort this one out. That all comes with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in period 2. And the Komets leading 5-1 over the Milwaukee Admirals. Jim Johansson not skating tonight for the Admirals, as Mitch Messier is also a cross-off.
There's John Churchward in the black vested sweater, golf coach. I can't remember where he was. I knew him from years ago, back to the old Millen Ice Rink days. High school golf coach. A number of other loyal fans in the
Got a chance to see Linda Jackson, too, I understand, huh, Randy? Out there at the Chili Open.
Oh, boy. Tom Snyder did a job on me on that one.
Here's the penalty calls. Larmer gets 2 minutes rough.
Number 7, Paul Willett, 2 minutes roughing.
2 minutes roughing to Willett.
Number 19, Kevin McDonald, 2 minutes charging.
2 minutes charging to McDonald, so Milwaukee will come out with the power play after all that. McDonald, 2 minutes charging. Willett, 2 minutes roughing. And Milwaukee also with a 2-minute rough, so 5-on-4 situation in favor of Milwaukee with 5:20 left in period 2. And of course, Randy, if Milwaukee wants back in this one, they're gonna have to score on this power play.
Now, I'll tell you, if they do score, they're back in it, because 5-2 is a lot different than 5-0.
Or 5-1.
It's still, well, I mean, like 4 though. We were ahead 5-0. They would have the old word on their side, momentum.
Ian Kidd checked by Pete Hankinson. The Milwaukee controls it in the Fort Wayne zone. It's back to the right point. Bell fires it into the corner. Right out in front to Mongeau, and it comes back all the way to Bell at center ice. 5 minutes left in the second period. 1:40 left in the Milwaukee power play. Missing the pass was Bell. He backhands it over to Tuttle. Tuttle takes the shot, blocked off by Bobby J. It comes right over to Ian Boyce, and he clears it down, and the goaltender Dick will play it. He's going to have to get rid of it because Hankinson's right in there on top of him. It comes out to center ice, and Fletcher's out on the ice. No, that's for Tuesday. What am I saying here? He feeds it right back to the Sean Evans. Evans, he'll take a shot, and Gagnon, a nice save.
Evans
Now
doing a good job.
Right in front of the Fort Wayne net. Richardson, and a little roughing going on here. I think anything more than what's going to happen. Right
Evans
now.
doing a good job, Tim, because he used that defense backing in as a
screen.
decoy. Screen, yes. Ended, yeah.
Yeah, that was a heads-up play by Sean Evans of Milwaukee. And Gagnon, had he not made an excellent save, I'm sure would have had another goal Milwaukee would have.